right, welcome to our first podcast of the 2022-2023 season. Welcome to the podcast. If you could introduce yourselves, we'll just go down the line. We'll go from there, so go ahead.
Miles Havens.
Santos Alvarez.
Griffin Scalf.
Okay, fantastic. Welcome. You guys are some of the leaders, if not the leaders, of the offense for the Raptors football team this year. Just talk to me a little bit about the off season. We talked a little bit off the air about the camps that you guys were able to attend in preparation for this year. Cool. Can you name some of the colleges you guys went to?
We went to Indiana, UND, Bowling State.
Cool. And then Toast, what big takeaway did you have being at the collegiate level? Obviously, I'm sure a majority of those folks were high school kids, but being at the collegiate level, listening to these college coaches, college players, what big takeaway did you have?
Definitely the way that the coaches coach there. They know so much about football, and then going up against great talent because it's all like the best kids around America coming to one camp. So it's way more talent than like your normal ECC cornerback.
Fantastic. And then Miles, you were able to do some 7-on-7 work. Can you tell us a little bit about that this summer?
Yeah, our whole team, we went to 7v7 at Ohio State and at Toledo. We did pretty well at both of them. I think at Ohio State we made it to like the semifinals. So
in all this preparation, right, in the summer, there's a lot of anticipation. There's a lot of nerves and stuff like that. But I mean, your motto is work wins. So talk to us about how hard you've worked in the off season to prepare. We'll start again with Griff.
Yeah, Dreyer just keeps pushing us as hard as we can go, along with Sabo and all the lifting coaches. So I mean, he always pushes us to what we can do.
With our attendance, lift, off-season stuff, if you're not showing up to workouts, lifts, all that, then Jar's on you all the time.
That's pretty amazing. Why don't you talk a little bit about beyond the weight room, right? Beyond the 7-and-7, what the mental preparation is for you, Miles.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, all summer you gotta wake up at 6:30 in the morning all week. So all your friends are going out doing stuff, and you gotta be in bed by 10 or 11 to get up in the morning and ready.
Cool. So obviously you worked really hard this summer, and then you came in first game against Princeton, right? And it was a tough loss, right? I heard you guys were matching them, and then it just slowly was slipping away. Talk to us a little bit about what that game was like, Griff.
Yeah, they're a tough team. They're very athletic. They got playmakers all around, offense and defense.
Okay, and then I know, Toast, you play both offense and defense, so it's got to have two different vibes, right? One being led by Griff. Okay, so as those vibes are coming down and you guys are getting, and the score starts slipping away from you, what was going on defense that was really, something that you want to work on?
During Princeton, I didn't really play defense.
Oh, you didn't?
That
Okay.
game, so
Okay.
I didn't.
And I'm sorry that I wasn't there, so I didn't know this, but it must have been frustrating, right? Sitting on the sidelines and being on offense, right? You guys are, watching the defense struggle a little bit. So what were you guys saying to your defense as they were coming off the field to motivate them, to keep in the game?
They had a few really good stops, but then at some points they did let up some scores, things that should have been stopped. So when they started to do good and then we started to do bad, it was kind of difficult to point fingers or tell them what to do when.
Absolutely. So take us back to that after the game. What was the mood like in the locker room after the game, Miles?
After the game, I think everybody was pretty upset, but we were just ready to move on and to Saturday morning and start the next week.
Before the interview, I ran into Stanyard, and he was saying that you guys had a little bit of a wake-up call with Princeton. Talk to us, Griff, about what happened after the game and what the vibe was on the team after that loss.
Yeah, it was just definitely a reality check. We didn't know how good we were going to be this year, but after that loss, it definitely hit us. So I think we just had to move forward and just put it in the past.
So then on this past Friday against Loveland, you guys dominated, right? 42-0. Yeah. So talk to us about what the game plan in terms of going into that game was that differed from Princeton. Was there anything different, or was it the same game plan just executed well?
Same game plan, just practice more intense that week.
Okay, so it was all about that preparation and everybody sort of a wake-up call, like you said, where everybody was like, okay, this is real, and we could actually lose, right? Because I think we have this perfect season in our brains, right? You know, we go into the season, you know, whatever I've been involved with, I always imagine it going perfectly, right? But it never does, right? And so it's all about bouncing back and allowing that to happen. What are you looking forward to the most, Miles? It's your senior year. You know, you have some pretty big shoes to fill. You guys had a tremendous season last year, especially offensively in the receiver core. Talk to me about stepping up as a senior and adding to that.
Yeah, I mean, stepping up definitely for sure, especially after, you know, losing Joey and Church. Big part of our offense last year. But we've also got like big sophomores and juniors stepping up. So I got to do my job, but everybody else does too.
Good. And then Griffin, you know, I'm sure the guys look at you for a lot of leadership, right? And on and off the field. So what is one big, you know, what's one of the biggest things that you've been thinking about and the words that keep repeating in your brain over and over again?
I mean, I just got to lead the team because some of us haven't played a lot of varsity reps, so people that have to just step up and lead.
And what do you say to all of these, you know, the new kids like Miles talked about, the new sophomores and juniors who are looking to you to sort of give them those words and, you know, and that leadership? Because obviously you can lead by example, but there also has to be those re-encouraging words, you know, something like that. So what do you say to them?
I just tell them they got to keep their head up because there's going to be negatives come along. But, I mean, you just got to move past and keep going.
Yeah, absolutely. And Toe, same thing. I mean, people look at you, you know, and they know that you were in the spotlight last year and you handled it really well. And so you're in the spotlight this year. You know, talk to us about handling that and how that pressure and how you're able to handle that pressure throughout game after game after game.
Yeah, so us three and then two others on the whole offense only getting varsity snaps. It's definitely like weird jump for them heading into varsity from JV. I just kind of like, you know, it's different. So I just got to remind them, like, just keep going and keep learning. Like, if you have questions to ask, let me know.
I mean, we all know that the sophomores and juniors can play, so you just got to tell them it's just another game. Go out and play the way you do in practice.
Fantastic. That's awesome. So we wish you all the luck this year in the season. We do this sort of like rapid raptor thing where we just like throw questions at you. Is that okay if we just throw like random questions? Okay. All right, team. Go ahead, Grace.
Game day meal.
Game day meal.
Chipotle.
2 peanut butter jellies and white cheddar cheeses.
Dude, ooh, I like that. All right, go ahead.
Pre-game ritual.
We'll bounce back this way.
I mean, I always listen to music.
Okay, what music?
I wouldn't necessarily say rap.
Okay.
Dreams and nightmares before every game.
I was going to say that.
Definitely.
Okay, dreams and nightmares, fantastic. Do any of you like wear the same socks or like you wear the same undershirt or like
towel every game.
same
I
towel?
wear the same undershirt every game.
Okay. Okay. Any earrings or anything like that are lucky?
No, last game, first play, one of my earrings got knocked out, went to the sideline. I had to take the other one. I was like, I'm not losing this.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay, go.
Favorite game from last year?
Winwoods.
I think Winwood to Turpin.
I'd say be Turbin for sure.
Okay, fantastic. Go ahead.
What game are you excited for this year?
Turpin.
Turbin.
It's like asking Ohio State guys. Like what game are you looking forward to, right? Well, this is Chad Weddle for Mac Wire, along with my DJ Rhyana, and thank you very much for being on our podcast today.
Thank you.
Of course. Thank you.
Absolutely.